Hi, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is my channel. My name is Kayleigh. This is a reading for Sagittarius for the 15th to the 31st of December 2018. If you find this at a different date, the message may be relevant to you. It may resonate with you. There is no specific time. Spirit doesn't work in set times necessarily. If you find it a different light, then it at different time, then divine timing is in play, and this message may be meant for you at a different time. As with any reading, do not give over your power to make your own decisions solely to a tarot reading. Take the appropriate legal, medical, financial, professional advice if required, and obviously go with your own intuition to make major life decisions. I think that's everything. The deck that I will be using for this one is Mystic Mondays Tarot. To me it's a bit art deco-y. It's got a bit more fire in it, which I think it just feels a bit more sag than most of my other decks. So yeah, this is obviously a reading, general reading. I think I said about cross watches. If I haven't, you're more than welcome here. Roles are reversible in a reading, so if you are reading this, watching this, and you feel like the Sag side of the story is resonating with you, then it could be that is you and the other person is the Sag that you are cross watching for. Likewise, if you're a Sag watching and I say the other person and you feel that resonates more than the Sag role, then obviously again that's role reversal. Spirit does role reversals. Spirit has its own way of doing things. Okay, so let's start the reading. Can I have a message for Sagittarius, please, for the 15th to the 31st of December 2018? Okay, well, they just flew. Okay, so we have the Hanged Woman. So maybe this is the same as the Hanged Man. Obviously, I like the fact that this is a Hanged Woman. Trapeze artist. Maybe you're bending yourself into a position that you're not entirely happy with. Sacrificing a bit of yourself in order to make somebody else happy. You are definitely... I think you're being manipulated to an extent, but to the point where you are actually accepting that happening to you. Like a trapeze artist. I mean, you're flying, you're happy enough, you're moving and making what you want to. But there is an element of being manipulated into a position that you're not naturally supposed to be in, going against the grain. We have the King of Cups coming up with it. So you're in command of your emotions at the moment. Let's have a think. Yeah. You seem quite happy to put yourself in a position that you're not usually used to. You are happy to do it though. This is what I'm getting. You are happy to do it, and the sacrifice is actually paying off. It is going to pay off. The Eight of Pentacles is all about payoff and work that you've undertaken having a tangible effect. So if this is in regards to a job, you've done you've performed a role that you're not usually used to performing. But it seems like, although initially you saw it as a sacrifice, it's actually paying off now. You've actually probably enjoyed the role. You are getting what you want from it emotionally. Not necessarily, well, financially as well. I'm getting that you are getting actually role fulfillment from the job. If this is a relationship, again, you've probably put yourself in a position that you're not normally comfortable doing with a partner, but it is actually paying off, that you are changing the way you deal with them. Does that make sense? If you put yourself out of your comfort zone, so if this is something that's coming up, if you put yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, it will pay off for you. You will get the emotional fulfillment that you are looking for. I'm getting that could be something that you've not tried before in the bedroom, that you're a bit unsure about doing. But it will pay off emotionally, and doing that with your partner actually involves an element of trust. So this is surrendering yourself to another person, and that will fill you up financially and physically. That's actually worth doing. That's actually worth experiencing and trying that out. Does that make sense? It's definitely going to pay off. And it makes you more creative. The more creative you are, the more it's going to pay off. Getting into some kinky fun at the end of the month. And if it's to do with work, again, that's going to lead you into ways to show off your creativity, your talents, your expertise, show your skills off. It's definitely a time for showing off, whether that's sexually, within a relationship, showing gestures, putting yourself in going out of your comfort zone to do an experience together as a couple. Also, if you are single, if you go out and do something that you wouldn't normally do, you may find the person you're looking for. It could be a water sign that's coming in for you. But it is definitely, if you just put yourself out there, if you go, you're an adventurer anyway, Sag. So for you to go out of your comfort zone is a very rare thing, because you're pretty comfortable doing anything. But with this situation, do something that you would normally say no to, or you wouldn't be prepared to do, and it will pay off, whether that's work-wise or relationship-wise. It's definitely worth doing. It's definitely worth doing. Are there any other messages for Sagittarius from the 15th to 31st of December 2018? Are there any more messages for them? There we go. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Yeah. It's going to give you a new way of thinking and perceiving things. Obviously it's going to pay off, but you're going to see the world in a different way. You're not going to overthink. You're going to be quite decisive. Clear thinking. It's going to be very apparent to you that is what you need to do. You don't need to overthink it. Everything is all it's meant to happen. You're going to find a way to balance out. You're not going to overthink it. It's just going to naturally happen. It's going to be quite effortless for you to do this. For you to do this change. It's going to be... There's going to be no overthinking, no anxiety with it. If it's something that you have to fit in within your... It's going to naturally slot into your... Oh, you've got the Seven of Swords come up. So yeah, bear with me on that one a minute. So yeah, it's naturally, you're not going to overthink it. It's going to happen. You're going to go, yes, that's what I'm doing. Bang, it happens. It's going to fit in, balance. You're going to find a way to fit that in. So if this is to do with a relationship, don't overthink it. Go for it. It will make sense to do that, and it will naturally balance out what it is you're looking for. So if it's within a relationship that there's growth, you're going to naturally, it's going to happen. Just go with it. Yes, obviously consider it. It's a major decision if you are looking to progress something. But it will naturally just sort of fit in. It will fit in. So if it's to do with work, you will naturally, it's out of your comfort zone, but you will find that you will take to it naturally, that you will find the balance of your skills to what this new role requires. You have the intelligence to do it. You have the experience to do it. And you also have the practical skills to do it, to do this new role. If it's within a relationship or this kinky little thing, you know what you need to do. You will instinctively know what it is you need to do. You will balance up what they need with what you need. You will communicate clearly what you need to with regards to it. If you need to have a conversation about what's going on, whether that's a relationship or the kinky in the bedroom, remember your safe word. If you're going really extreme kinky, But yeah, it will naturally happen. You will naturally find the balance. The Two of Pentacles is all about balance, equal, the weighing up. In the Rider-Waite, you have the gentleman with the two coins holding, weighing up, you know, balancing them out, with the seas, the ship riding the seas. And this is obviously just sums it up more simply. It is literally just balance, equal, infinite. That's trust. It's putting trust that you are where you're supposed to be and that this is the right thing for you to be following, to be doing. You have the Seven of Swords. I'm not getting, this is normally the theft and deception. I'm not getting that. What within I'm getting more, if you look, she's hiding that. I'm getting that somebody's going to hide something from you, not maliciously though. So again, with this, you know, the balancing and clear communication. If this is within a role, then there is something going to be hidden from you, not necessarily in a bad way. It's got the moon, and the moon on this, and the moon in the tarot is something that you may not be aware of. So if you are in a relationship and you're having this conversation and you're going to do something out of your comfort zone, there is something that you're not seeing that might need to be considered. It might be a factor. It's not going to be a major impact as such, but it is going to affect. I'm getting that it's another person. So if it's a relationship and you're having a conversation, they're not necessarily telling you everything, all their fears. That's what I'm getting. They're not telling you all their fears with an apprehension. It's more apprehension with what's happening. If this is that you want to move forward into a new stage of your relationship, committing, which is a major thing. In some ways, Sag, it is quite a big thing for you to commit. It's not, you're a fire sign. You're all about experiences and going and being wild and free. And this is you almost tying yourself to somebody. So if it's a proposal that you're considering, the outcome will be yes, but there may be some apprehension, whether that's from yourself. You're not fully going to share your apprehensions about a commitment, or if this is approaching somebody that you are thinking of asking out, for example, it will be successful, or somebody communicating with somebody, you are really stepping out of your comfort zone. So if this is somebody that it's going to be a bolt out of the blue for them, what you're doing, they are going to have apprehensions that they're not necessarily going to reveal to you right now. It's not bad, it's just, it's going to take them a little while to warm up and trust you to share these misgivings. Not misgivings, that's not the right word. Apprehensions, anxieties about it. If it's if this is that kinky, doing something new in the bedroom, they may not be feeling completely comfortable with themselves, because doing that, you trust your other partner, but you also have to trust yourself and feel comfortable in your own skin to do it. And I don't think they are completely comfortable in themselves, not the situation. Does that make sense? They probably don't, lacking a bit of body confidence. I mean, she stood there in the nude hiding it. It's like she's hiding her own self. What's the word I'm looking for? Lacking self-confidence. She's hiding that fact. She's like, yeah, that's happening. Yes, let's go and do it. I really, really don't feel comfortable about my baby tummy, or my C-section scar, or this mark that I've got on my back. Any sort of lack of body confidence, they're not necessarily going to share with you. If that's, it could just be moving forward and having, you know, taking the step to have sex with each other for the first time, or, but there's a lack. It's more of a lack of confidence in themselves rather than you. They might feel like they're not worthy of you if you're proposing, or asking them out, or there's just a lack of self-confidence in this situation that you are not necessarily going to be aware of from the way they act with you. Likewise, if it's a role that you're performing, there may be someone that seems confident that's working alongside you, or you may also be lacking in self-confidence in this new role. But trust me, you are finding the balance, finding the flow. Don't worry about taking that new position if that's what that is, with regards to work, because that is very much, that's your own self-confidence. That's not your ability. Is perfect. You have all you need to do that role. The balance, the intelligence, the knowledge to do whatever it is, to have a conversation. You have the skills there to deal with it. It's just somebody is lacking in self-confidence, whether that's yourself or another person around you. And that is the deceit. It's not a major betrayal that somebody's going to cheat on you or anything like that. It is just literally there is a lack of self-confidence there, that somebody isn't in a position, they don't trust themselves enough to share that with you. Anyway, Sag, I hope that has given you what you need message-wise. I'm sorry it was a bit jump between the scenarios, but there was about 3 scenarios there. That is either asking someone out or moving a relationship forward, something to do with moving a stage of a relationship, whether that's starting a relationship, moving it along to the next stage of commitment. The kinky situation, well, that is again moving the stage forward, isn't it? That's trusting someone enough to do something a bit kinky, and also the job. But hopefully that's given you what you need. So yeah, that's your reading for the 15th to the 31st of December. If it doesn't resonate, I'm really sorry that it didn't, but please leave it with love and light. And I will speak to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching.